live. Let's see who's gonna come in today. Got my blue cup with me. Happy Friday. Yeah, I did my hair. Did some big box braids. Box plaits. And let's see what I discussed the other day. Oh, I was telling you about my neighbor, my gang stalking neighbor. And you know what? I was listening to another show, and they was like, "How are you gonna prove that you've been gang stalked?" Well, I know the woman name, and yeah, she's in a clique club, clan code, whatever you want to call it. And would I be even talking about this? No, I wouldn't be talking about this if I'm not being um, stalked and harassed and followed and mocked and doing the whole ritual things that they do. Yeah, if you notice, I haven't did anything with my eyebrows though. Growing them out. Then I'm gonna arch them up. How did y'all like the hand puppet? Did you like that? Was that cool? I think I can do it pretty good sometimes. Anyway, I'm just here just seeing what everybody doing on this Friday. I have um, a beverage. Yes, it's not water today. Today is a hard iced tea. Well, not iced tea, a hard lemonade. I appreciate everybody that came in the other time to listen to my story about gang stalking. I got some more for you. Yes. And what that is the sexual part of it. The sexual part of it. Okay, now I'm getting V2K. Voice to skull. Hey, how you doing? Voice to skull, meaning they talk to me. They talk to me 24/7. Yeah, every day, all day, non-stop, won't shut the fuck up. Hit that like and subscribe, and I'm gonna start telling you about the sexual part of gang stalking. Okay, this is what happened. One night, I was here alone, and you know how you kind of get in a certain mood, but you don't have um, how do you say, a partner. Well, so this is how they got in. First, I hear them all the time, right? And they talk, and they're nonstop talking, and they will start talking sexually to you. Okay, so I'm in the apartment. I'm new in this apartment. And so I'm just unwinding, getting ready to go to sleep or whatever, or just getting ready to do my thing. Some people call it hook the G. But anyway, so what they did was they started talking with me while I was fantasizing. Yes, fantasizing. So by them talking to me all the time and me fantasizing, they joined in. They started saying, open this and do that and do this, right? So this is kind of hard to talk about, but they would start telling me to do things with myself. And at first, you know, you're thinking, this isn't real. There's no way this is real. Nobody is telling me how to get off. But so you ignore it. You're like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I had one too many um, hard lemonades. But then you keep hearing these voices saying, open this and do that. And just kind of like, how do you say? just like, oh yeah, making those kind of noises, and and you ignoring it. I was ignoring it, and in a way you can't ignore it because you're hearing it. But so once the evening progressed and I was very relaxed, they was telling me to um, put on like certain type of clothing, like sexy underwear or something like that. They was put on some sexy underwear, take a shower, don't take a bath, take a shower. Hi, how you doing? Yeah, see, if I wanted to take a bath, they would say take a shower because they can see you standing up and they can see everything. At least that's what they're claiming, that they could see everything. And so at the beginning, I really didn't believe it was true. So I was almost being like, I was being an avatar for them. Do this, do that, do this, do that. And so when it got into the hype of everything, as far as, telling me to take a shower instead of taking a bath, telling me to open my legs and stuff like that. Being like an avatar, but you don't see anybody, and all you do is hear them. That's what you do. You hear them, and you can hear them making like um, sexual comments, about just like, oh Lord, like, oh God, because they're claiming they could see you. So one day we got into an argument. This V2K, because they never are friendly with you. They're trying to control you. They're never friendly. So one day we get into an argument, and I tell them, that's why you ate my blank instead of my blank. And that infuriated them. From that point on, we was going at it because I said, yeah, you ate my blank, not my blank. And so they started cussing at me, calling me all kinds of names, getting real loud in here. I mean, you gotta you gotta remember, this is like V2K, so the only person that hear it is me. So they would get loud, sound like they echoing. If I open my window, I can hear them echoing like all outside. It's very strange, and it's hard to describe. And if I get into details like I want to, I don't even know if YouTube will let me. But yeah, they wanted to join me in a hook and a G session. Yes. They will. That is another sexual part of gang stalking. They will get involved in your, just like I said one day I was praying. I was saying my prayers. They got into that. I could hear them cussing while I'm praying. So if they'll get into my cussing, they will get into other things. They're in every aspect of my life. They try to be a part of. Like when I was going to this academy, they would talk shit in my ear, tell me I'm doing something wrong, I'm messing it up, I'm not gonna pass the test. I mean, just abusing me verbally every day. And even when it was on the sexual tip, it was just kind of controlling. It just wanted to control what I was doing, how I moved, if I was standing or sitting. Okay, I am not sure if you are aware of this. That's all in your head, girl. I wish it was all in my head. I think that would give me some kind of relief because this is crazy. I know it sounds crazy. But if you hear what I hear, and if you listen to B2K and heard people testimony about B2K, then you would know this is more than real. I mean, I thought it was in my head, and I still think it's in my head sometimes, but it's too real. It's too real. I know my brain would not turn on me like this. It got to be someone doing it. And then they say it's frequencies. They keep saying frequencies. If it, you know what, like I said, if this is all in my head, what I would do, I would come in front of YouTube and be like, you know what, I was tripping, I was having episodes, I'm schizophrenic, I had no clue that this is what schizophrenia do to you. I would explain to everybody that I was just plain fucking tripping. And I wouldn't have no shame in it. I've been in this world long enough that, yeah, I'm not easily embarrassed. You know, when I was younger, yeah, I was a little shy, but now I would tell you straight up that this was my brain playing tricks on me. Yes, but I'm telling you to please understand and try to listen to what I'm saying. This thing is new technology. They don't want me to talk about it, but they keep telling me about it. I'm like, I'm a freaking YouTuber and you're doing something really weird to me. I'm going to tell the damn world. I'm going to tell everybody. I'm the last person you want to tell about a secret technology. Don't tell me. I mean, because I'm not going to hold water. I'm not going to, I mean, why would I? This is, um, this is top notch technology. Why wouldn't I want to be the first to not expose it, but tell people about it? I believe in 10 more years, it's going to be out there. It's going to be out there in the world. It's going to know all about it. Now, I may not be explaining it right because I'm not tech savvy. I don't know what the hell they using. But if it's in my head, I would get on YouTube and tell you straight up I was tripping. And the thing about it, I'm not on nothing. Nothing that would cause this. I'm talking about this thing gets in my prayers. I'm praying. This how it is. Say I'm saying a little prayer. And then I can hear, you ain't going to heaven. You gonna go to hell. Now that's not my head. My head wouldn't tell me that. Cause I say to myself that I'm a good person. This thing say, oh no, you're not. You're a bad person and you're gonna go to hell for that. So I mean, how can that be not real? And then sexually telling me how to move and um telling me to not take a bath but take a shower so they could see my body. And then they would say, we done seen everything. We done seen your blankety blank blank blank. Yes, your blankety blank blank blank. So I told him just like this. I'm gonna tell everybody who listening. I'm gonna tell it. I don't care if I sound crazy or not, because I know in the next 10, 20 years, this shit is gonna be out and people gonna know. Somebody had even said that it's gonna be a time where when you go into like judicial, like courts and stuff and cases and things like that and mysteries being solved, that they're going to use your mind to figure out what's going on. You know, one person said, I'm trying to think of it, just that they will use your mind against you because they're going to be in your head. The technology is here. If you look up V2K, it was this guy from Mexico that made a machine of some sort, and it was doing all these telepathic things, and then at the end of the day, they said it was a scam. Now, I could be getting scammed. It could be some kind of technology where they're following me around and fucking with me because a lot of people don't like my content. You know, if you look at a few of my videos, I'm pretty cut and dry, you know, unsympathetic to a lot of different things, but not, it may seem like I'm unsympathetic to it, but you know, I'm just giving my take on it. That's it. That's pretty much it. I did my hair. I guess I'll share that with y'all since y'all don't believe in V2K. But I'm telling you, they hit me with V2K left and right. I did the jumbo braids. I did them today. See that? Yep. But y'all don't believe me when I say that I'm being hit with two B2K. Why would I come on here making a fool of myself just so people can say, it's all in your head. You crazy bitch. You done lost your mind. And you on social media talking about you hear voices. Why would I do that? Even if I was crazy, I don't think I'm crazy enough to be like, I'm hearing voices. Now, don't get me wrong, I have my problems, but listening to somebody telling me to take off this and stand up in the shower and, oh, we done seen everything you got, you know, why would I do that? I mean, I think if I was like totally out of my mind, it would show eventually. And the only thing that's showing now is just my outspokenness and me talking about I hear voices as B2K. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe, y'all. I'm new to YouTube and I'm being as straight as honest. And the people that know what I'm talking about, they know what I'm talking about. The ones that don't, then you're not gonna understand it. I'm just trying to explain it to you. This is not schizophrenia. This is man-made schizophrenia, and it's here. It's here. And okay. Um, yes, it is people talking about the same things, but I've I I have yet to meet anybody that's in front of the camera, just like I'm doing. I haven't have yet to see anybody in front of the camera and saying, I'm hearing you V2K. I'm hearing it. I'm hearing it. I want to meet other people that are experiencing this. Now I know that some people are just getting the one headlighters, persons knowing where they at 24 hours a day. The reason why they know where you at, because they in your head. They're in your head. The technology is here. And you know what? It's an exciting but scary time. When your thoughts are no longer private, and it's a living nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. My thoughts are no longer private. Now, if they're doing something that I don't know exactly what they're doing, some kind of scamming thing. Well, they damn sure good at it. Like it's this guy around here, and I could be checking him out. They know what they'll say. He don't want you. That's what they'll say. They'll knock my all my little daydreams out the window. Like he don't even want you. And then they love to say he a racist. He got somebody. You know, so they definitely don't care about my personal life. They don't want any kind of me thinking I can pull anything as far as these voices go. They tell me they don't want you. Simple as that. Everybody that I like, they tell me they don't want you. I'm like, well, damn. But back to the V2K. Yeah, I'm not afraid of telling people what I'm experiencing. Nothing excites me about this technology, to be honest. The benefits couldn't possibly outweigh the downside, in my opinion. You got that right. You said a mouthful then. This is a nightmare. It is awful, and they using that shit on me. I guess they figure, oh, she poor, she black, she ain't got a whole bunch of friends, she ain't got no connection. Ain't nobody gonna believe her, you know. So I'm the perfect freaking target. The perfect freaking target. I don't have a whole bunch of people in my life, but everybody that's in my life, I tell them. I tell them. I'm like, first I was nervous about telling anybody that I'm hearing freaking voices. I'm hearing voices everywhere I go. It ain't just in my apartment. It's in the store. It's walking down the road. It's in the apartment. It's in the bathroom. Sometimes it sounds like I can hear damn voices coming out the sink when I turn on water. It's weird. It's weird. And no, I don't think this technology is good at all. This is a nightmare. We are finna get enslaved like a motherfucker. You're gonna have to be careful of what you even think. You can't think about this off the wall shit anymore because their whole thing they do once they in your head is to criminalize your every thought. They're criminalizing your every thought. I can look at a kid and, oh, you want that kid? I mean, like what the fuck? What the hell? Yes, it will go there. It will go there. And yeah, I don't feel like I'm no trailblazer or anything that's putting myself up here to be scrutinized. I don't want to be scrutinized. I want somebody to tell me what it is. I want the person that's doing this to come on here and be like, yeah, it's frequencies. I don't know. See, yeah, it's a machine. Somebody say, like it's the fry machine or the fray machine or something. But I've been like doing a little bit of my own work on what this it feel like telepathic. It feel like it's reading my mind and it's talking to me. Just like I'm talking to you. But it's a lower volume. It's a lower volume and it's on a loop. When I say on the loop, it says the same things over and over again. Over and over again, it says, and it's like it's trying to persuade me that I'm a bad person. In my mind, that's why I know it ain't in my mind. Because my mind says I'm a good person. So having some outside source saying, no, you a rotten bitch, it doesn't compute with me. I don't believe that. That's why I refuse to believe that it's in my head. Yeah. I know that's a lot to take in, but this, like you said, nothing about this technology is gonna be good for anybody. I mean, when it's talking to you like telepathically, like Star Trek and shit, like like Star Trek, when they had that big head aliens. Um, yeah, somebody talking to you, telling you whatever they want to tell you, and don't even move their lips, and don't have to be in the room. This shit is a nightmare. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. It's creepy. It's spooky. And then sometimes I could be laying down on, this bed or whatever, and just, just laying there thinking. This thing talking to me while I'm thinking about things I need to do this week. And it talks about anything I talk about. Yep. And for the most part, it says you ain't gonna do shit. You gonna go to jail. It's negative. It says nothing nice. Nothing nice. It never says nothing nice. I mean, you'll never hear. The only time I heard this thing seem like it was enjoying itself is one day. I'm gonna tell you another story. One day I ain't had no money. I ain't had no money, and I was like, I'm finna get out of the house. I'm finna find something to do. And I was like, man, I would sure like me a cold drink. And so I was walking down the street, and it was these two beers. Yes, I know. Okay, it was these two beers. See this? I'm gonna tell you this. It was these two beers just sitting there, just as tall and clean, and be like, "Here, have this cold one on us." I'm like, "Is this Starker putting beer out here for me or something?" I'm like, is he putting beer out here? Because I had just was thinking I would like a nice cold beer on a summer day, but I ain't have no money. And then there they was just sitting there. So I gets the beer and I takes it home. I examine the can and everything. I was like, ooh, these are perfectly good beers. Maybe this thing is, trying to do something nice for me because I was still experiencing the V2K. Because once it started, you think it's so ridiculous that it like, you just kind of being giddy with your own head. And I'm like, oh, wow, a beer done appeared, two of them, and I took them home. I just hurry up and got my butt on to the house, walking fast, washed the cans off, but they looked it perfectly fine. Put them in the refrigerator, popped them, psh, popped them open after they chilled and everything. It poured up real nice. And then the voice said, I stuck that up my ass. I'm like, that is the only, that's the only comedy like this thing had for me. He said he should, and then I'm like, you stuck him up your ass, I'm trying not to laugh, but it's true. He said I stuck it up my anus. And that they set that beer there just so I could get it because they knew I was thinking of a beer. And so I done poured up the beer and whatever, the foam all fuzzy on it, and I'm enjoying the damn beer, right? Listen to the radio. I done drunk this beer. He said he done shoved up his ass, the V2K. So after he said that, I'm like, you know what? Okay, this bitch trying to be funny, trying to be smart, trying to because he seemed like he was just entertained by saying I stuck it up my ass over and over again. And I done drunk the damn beer. So then what I did to him, because it is a male voice, it's two males and one female. I was like, yeah, won't you give me some more of that beer you shoved up your ass? I'm going to tell everybody you could stick a whole can of beer up your ass. So I flipped the script on him because he was trying to clown me. He was trying to clown me, so I clowned him back. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna tell everybody you shove this beer up your ass. Yes, and you can put a whole beer in your ass. That's what I'm gonna tell everybody. Okay, let's see. Are you hearing it right now? Um, all I have to do, the thing is, when I'm talking the way I'm talking, like fast, I can't hear it because I hear myself. But if I stop talking, I could hear it. Like now, if I stop, I can hear it. Yep. It sound like a older, sound like a man, like I said he sound like White, Barry White. But if I stop talking, then yes, I can hear it. But if I'm talking the way I'm talking to you now, I can't hear it because I just hear me. Yeah, see, I can hear it saying, but it usually tell me go back. He'll say go back to my hometown and stuff like that. They say it hates me. I hate her. I hate her. Yeah, because it's like three of them. It's one guy that sounds like Barry White. It's another guy that sounds like he's like a gay guy, gay voice, and then a female voice. hmm It's not in your ears being beamed to you. Oh, see there you go. Now I can believe that it's being beamed to me, but the thing I don't understand how can it know what I'm thinking? Like I could be laying down, just thinking about everyday things, and it's like I can hear this thing saying my thoughts or what I'm laying here thinking of. I don't know how they doing that, but thanks for the heads up, because it feel like something it gotta be beamed to me or something. It's just weird. I appreciate everybody that came through. I'm glad that you listen, but those are just a couple of stories that I have. It's more that I gotta tell. I gotta get it out because I can't take it. I'm not the type of person just sit around and take this type of abuse. If I sat here and not said anything to anybody about what I was going through, then it'll just make me crazy. That's why I came on live, and this was the first. These was the first lives I've ever done was about V2K, and I had to do this because it was going to drive me crazy. It was good, and if I didn't talk about it, I would be as nutty as a fruitcake. That's why I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and take it to where I think it came from, because I really believe the people that targeted me because of my outspokenness, because I'm a little rough around the edges and I wasn't sugarcoating um, things that was going on in, as far as socially, um, you know, so, uh, social topics. I wasn't very sympathetic to nothing. And that's the funny thing about it. I wasn't sympathetic to nothing. I wasn't calling anybody. I was just saying how I see it, the way I felt about the situation. Maybe shouldn't have used cuss words, but I was just being straight up on how I felt about what was going on the planet, just like I was talking about that $1 billion. I sure want to know about them $8 billion. I do. I say there's 8 billion reasons why your ass don't need to be in office. And people get offended and they use their technology on me. And they've been using this shit on me for like, when I really started noticing it about a year ago. And they really started talking to me. Really, it feels like they talking to me at times, but then at times it feels like they're on a script. Like they done got enough words and together to just use a script on me, because sometimes I could be thinking of something and they're totally off. They be like, put your hands on me, put your hands on me. And I'd be like, I'm gonna put my hands on you and my fucking foot when I catch you. But yeah, it's they threaten me. I know it sounds like I just threaten them, but they also threaten me. They tell me to come outside, Come outside. I'm a shooter. I'm a shooter. That's what they do. Hmm. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm going outside. You got a clear shot. I want to see. I want to see if you're real. And then when I go outside, I can still hear them. They'll say, "Get your ass in the house." They'll comment on how I look. Sometimes I feel like they really can't see what I'm wearing or what I got on my. But sometimes it seems like they hit the mark. Because I got on a blue shirt, and they be like, "You got on a blue shirt." It's weird. I know it's weird. I know it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, if you ever experience this B2K shit, let me tell you, but it may sound cute and like top of the line technology, like, oh, we going places. This shit is a nightmare. When you can't have a private thought, that's some shit there. That's a problem. You know, if somebody be like, okay, we want to know what you think of it, and then they read your mind and they really find out what you think of it. Like, is what it about? They want to know what people think of them. Well, I'll tell you to your damn face. I hate you, bitch. I guess so many people have play these little games until they finally decided they're gonna make a machine where you're gonna have to be straight up with them. If you don't like them, they're gonna know you don't like them. And your brain, oh my gosh, your brain will betray you. Your brain plays devil's advocate. You be like, oh well, that's not right, and then the other side of the brain saying yes it is. The damn brain will play tricks on you and turn on you. Your own brain. Mm. Thank you for watching. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to tell y'all. A few of the stories. With the beer, shove the beer up his ass. That's the only story that he actually sounded like he was enjoying that I drunk that beer. He was glad that I drank the beer. That was the first time I ever heard like these voices sound like they was having a good time because I drank that beer. He claimed he shoved up his ass. Hmm. But you'll never hear him laugh. You ain't gonna never hear no laughing unless they program it to laugh. Cause um, I feel like somebody's programming this thing. Um, and for me, it's just to degrade me, just to cuss me out all day, every day. But the thing is, okay, I'm in a situation where I want to be home. I want to be in Florida. I want to be around my people. And when I wake up in the morning and I hear this damn thing talking shit to me, it's just what I need sometimes. I'll be like, fuck you, because I'm already in a situation where I don't want to be in. So it's kind of like somebody I can just take my anger out of them, for the most part, because I don't want to be here. Mm-hmm. And then they keep telling me, talking about, go home, go back to, they'll say, go back to my hometown. Go back to your hometown. Oh, and then they love to say, we're Mexicans. We're Mexican. See, I don't even believe that. I think they're just saying that just so they can, like, get me to be mad at Mexicans. I think they white. It seems to me this is something a white person to do. I don't think Mexicans, one Mexican guy was making a machine similar to this, but um, I think they would utilize it. I think some white people would get together and utilize it because the other day I was, um, I was by the hospital. I had to, some dental work. not dental work. My teeth getting clean, deep clean. Y'all should have seen them the last time they deep clean my teeth. All my gums were just like just bloody gums, where they went under the gums and scraping and stuff. So yesterday I had a deep. I didn't have the deep clean. They had to do a second cleaning, and so my teeth are yeah, clean really hard. But anyway, so I was there and I was going to get my teeth cleaned, and the one headlighter came around the corner. I seen it coming up the road, right? I was like, so they done followed me up here. They up here by the damn school. Cause she had one big beam on, right? One light. And then when she stopped at the stop sign, she turned one big beam off and put her in a small beam, used a small beam. I was like, you know what? The day I'm gonna look dead in her motherfucking face, dead in their face, and I'm gonna see who's behind this wheel. So I went to the edge of the road with my camera just like this, and I'm looking directly at the driver. It was looked like a 20, maybe 3-year-old white female that was doing the one headlighting. Yes, these students. She looked like she could have been a student. Could have been a Utah college student, almost grad. She looked old enough to be, about to graduate, but she could have been just a fucking wackadoo because they got plenty of those on their team. Now, I could tell you like some of the organizations they claim to be Mason, they claim to be LGBTQ, they claim to be what else? Oh, YouTubers. They claim to be YouTubers. They claim to be the police. They even said they was feds. Yeah. But what I think it is, I think these people come from all different kinds of professions. And so, yeah, that's what they do. Yep, they got them all in their little group, they little clique, club, clan, and cult, and they're playing games with the masses. They're causing mass psychosis. Mass psychosis. Because it's like when I first started hearing those voices, I was like, oh shit, now I gotta go to the head doctor. You know what I'm saying? Not that it bothers me about telling anybody about going to a shrink. It's like I have to check on my body, my physical health. I gotta check my mind. And so I'm not afraid of saying I went to get my head checked. Cause if I didn't, then I'm gonna just be walking around in my head wondering what's going on. And the thing about it, the shrinks, they're not gonna believe V2K. They're gonna believe you're having an episode. I tell the shrink all the time, I think somebody else doing it. I mean, hit me with any kind of drug you got, and this damn thing's still gonna be there. It's still gonna be there because someone's doing it. But just like I, was saying earlier, yeah. If I'm wrong, I will go on this thing. I will go on this platform and tell everybody that I was tripping. I was straight up tripping. It was in my head the whole time. I'm finna walk outside. Y'all wanna walk outside with me for a little bit? Oh. I'm snapping and popping. Hold on, I'll be right back. But like I told him before, I'm not I ain't trying to hold no secrets for nobody. I sure am not. I can't hold water. And then even if I was to hold a secret, what for? What? Cause all I get is cussed out every day. So shit, what the hell I'm holding your secret for? I think they want it to be known. Hell, they must want it to be known telling me. And the reason why I'm telling it is because they're bothering me, bugging the shit out of me, talking crap 24/7. Ain't gonna be here that long. So, yeah, but I was looking at this person, and first thing he said, he don't want you. I'm like, bitch. All right, I'm reading the comments. Oh, nothing the voices say should be considered. Everything they say is either a lie or a manipulation. I can believe that. But these motherfuckers been going at it for the longest. But the thing is, I can't get them to shut up. And it's aggravating. I was like, it ain't what you're saying, it's that you're here. I don't want you here. I don't give a damn what you gotta say. Yeah, I be like, I don't care what you gotta say. It doesn't bother me. It's you're just being there. Just me hearing it. Every day, all day. Acting like they can read my mind and all this kind of shit. And then it seems like they reading it, which is frustrating. I'm telling you, they're throwing everything at me except the kitchen sink. Oh yeah, they definitely be lying. But see, they're on a loop. And every now and then they'll get off the loop. Yeah, it loves to cuss me out. Like I can hear the female voice talking about get your ugly ass in the house. I'm like, bitch. But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna tell everybody what it is. Because I ain't got no choice. It's Friday in Salt Lake City, y'all. As you can see, ain't too much, ain't nobody down the road. Well, they go a few people. But yeah, it's very stressful. It's extremely stressful hearing their voices. And then, yes, I know they ass be lying, but it's hearing them. That's the messed up part. And they claim they gonna never stop talking to me. I don't know if I need to start wearing a tin hat or what. But just listening to them is very frustrating. It's very frustrating. Yeah, like right now she talking about get your nasty ass in the house. That's the kind of stuff that the B2K me. Real nasty things. And then I'll be nasty back with her ass. And it's like I'm just arguing with a machine that never runs out of crap to say. But yeah, it's Friday, so like some time in the elevator. Somebody left their water. Some idiot keep leaving food and shit in here. I want to thank everybody who listened to my gripes. It's quiet. Okay, thank you for going outside with me. And we're back. Boy, it's warm out there. Anyway, thank you for coming in and giving me a little voice disco and remote neural. monitoring. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting. My doctor said I'm a nut. Well, he don't really say I'm a nut. He says it's in my head. Okay, the same technology they could use to save us, they used to enslave us. Oh wow. Oh gosh, what is going on? Okay, nothing excites me about this technology, to be honest. The benefits could possibly outweigh, couldn't possibly outweigh the downsides. In my opinion, you got that right. It's bad, y'all. It's bad. This is evil. This is evil. Read the comments, please. Ayo. Are you hearing it right now? And see, look what they're saying. It's not in your head. It's being beamed to you. Beamed. Wow. Nothing the voices say should be considered. Nothing the voices say should be considered. Everything they say is either a lie or a manipulation. Yeah. Yeah, I can believe that because I mean the lies these things, everything they said to me has been a lie. I remember it was a time I'll just be in here by myself, as you can see. I'm in here by myself. And I would ask this thing questions. And they'll just lie. Just lie, just like you said, just tell lies. And I'm like, do you have any kids? Yes. And then I ask them maybe a week later, you got, how your kids are? I ain't got any kids. I ain't got no kids. So yes, it does. It lies. Everything is a lie. And you know, it feels weird getting on here talking about V2K. It feels like it's my last ditch effort for somebody to understand, people to understand what I'm going through. You know, I can't keep it to myself. If I kept it to myself, I would go crazy. Absolutely bonkers. And this thing was in Jacksonville the last 2 months of me being in another, Florida. I was hearing it in Florida, but it was not talking to me. It feels like it's talking to me. It could be just, it feels like it's talking to me, you know. It's some kind of AI. It gotta be AI because it never shuts up. It never stops talking to me. But it stays on the script. It don't go off the script too often. So I shared that with y'all, and I'm gonna share more with you. That's just a few other stories. I know they're pretty outlandish, weird, funny, stupid, crazy. I know it's all of that. But I mean, I believe I got this bug, this virus from here, from the internet. Yeah, I think they didn't like what I was saying on the internet, so they started torturing me with V2K. That's all I can tell you. They came at me, and they're still coming at me. And the more, if it change anymore, I'll let you know. if they do street theater, they still doing the one headlighters. But I'm gonna let everybody know what I'm going through. I'm not gonna go through this by myself. I'm gonna tell the world about it. So if anybody else going through it, they'll know they're not alone. And I kind of got an idea of who's lying and who's not. Now, as far as making people go to the bathroom and all this other weird shit, I don't know about that. I have not experienced that. I cannot um, say what another person is going through or if they're using something like that on them. But I know for a fact they don't do that to me. What they do, they just talk to me and they won't stop talking to me, finger wagging at me. Okay, thank you for being here. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for telling me what you know. If you find out anything else, please, especially how to stop it. If you somebody find that out, please tell me how to stop them. Cause I infiltrated the gang stalking little clique, their little club. I infiltrated it and I got an idea of who these people are. They're batshit crazy. Most of them crazy as fuck. So thank you very much for your input. And yeah, if I get any more information, I'm gonna share it with everybody. This is Yesme TV. I am Stranger Babe by Stranger.